Hey folks, tonight's episode of Live from My Mother's Basement is brought to you by Paramount Bakeries. Fresh baked bread since 1924. My favorite is the Italian whole wheat. Find them on Instagram at Paramount Bakeries. You can also find your favorite Paramount Bakeries breads in your local grocery store. Hi, I'm Mike Marino, and this is a brand new episode of Live from My Mother's Basement. Welcome to another edition of Live from My Mother's Basement. And as you can see, what's going on behind me, we obviously are not in my mother's basement. Nope, we're in an undisclosed location in, I think, Pennsylvania somewhere with one of my favorite, I'd say, YouTube personalities or internet personalities. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, for the first time, and the youngest guy to be on my show. This is the youngest guy. Maybe it's a good thing that he's not at the bar in the basement, because then he might want a cocktail and I'd get thrown in jail. Right. But this is Giuseppe, and I have a hard time saying his last name all the time. How do you say it?
Iatarola.
Iatarola. You think he's Italian? With a name like Giuseppe Iatarola. I said it right? Iatarola?
Yeah, you got it.
Iatarola. Yeah. That's Italian. I think Giuseppe Iatarola sounds like something I would order at a fancy Italian restaurant. Excuse me, waitress, can I get the Giuseppe Iatarola?
Special. The special one, it comes with the glass of wine on the side.
And right? I thought he was going to be a little on the quiet side. You know what? Why don't you go ahead and do the show? I'll wait in the bathroom. Thank you for coming down, my man. Thank you for letting me come over. Right. I'm actually wearing your dad's shirt, Luciano.
With the cigars.
With the cigars.
Bust one of those out later.
Yeah, all right. I wanted one of these shirts so badly, I actually probably should have called ahead of time and said, can you get me one that says Mike? But I want to have a mechanic's or a whatever type of shop owner's shirt would look like. So I took his father's shirt, who's actually here with his mom, and they're watching the show because he's the youngest guy to come to the basement or his actual place. And boy, does he have a story, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here in the shop where they filmed the show, Giuseppe's Garage, and there's so much to look at. There's so much history here. And it just makes you wonder, and we're going to get to the answer, why such a young guy would love this the way he does. So let's rewind. What town are we actually in, buddy?
Hellertown. We're in Hellertown.
Hellertown, Pennsylvania. I never heard of it. Mm-hmm. But if it's Heller, you think they must have made fun of this town for years with the word hell, right?
Well, yeah. Everything goes wrong around here, if you know what I mean.
I think he just made a little insinuation that the mobsters might be around here. He said,
with the getaway car behind us.
All right, well, we're going to get it.
It's all ready. It's washed, ready to go.
Yeah. Nothing like a washed and waxed getaway car. I came out to Pennsylvania from New Jersey this morning to make some videos because I love what he does and I want to be part of what he does. And if in the future I can have him be part of what I'm doing, we're definitely going to make this happen, because if you watch Giuseppe's Garage, you'll notice he actually knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to remodeling cars, working on the engines. He knows all the tools. His mother and father are here right now. They're actually trying to send him up some signs that say applause, like they do on TV networks. You got to talk really, really loud while we're down here because we're in a garage. And in the sound world of television, this is one of the worst places to do a podcast because the sound doesn't get recorded 100% correctly. So just talk as loud as you possibly can. They don't have those big fat black sponges on the walls that help you create a song. But tell us, so you're born and raised here in Hellertown?
No, I was actually born and raised. Well, not raised. I was born in New Jersey.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a Jersey guy. No kidding. Where in New Jersey?
West Orange.
Oh, he's a real Jersey guy. Okay. So let's give everybody the lingo. West Orange, New Jersey has a lot of Italians.
Mm-hmm. Just a little.
And if you're born in West Orange, New Jersey, and you're living in Hellertown, Pennsylvania, something happened, and him and his family said, we better move.
Right.
So they
Really, what happened was my father was trying to set up a business in New Jersey. And he was trying to get the business set up and stuff like that. And the town's like, well, you got to put the apple tree. You have to put this. You have to put that. He's like, okay, fine. He's like, no, you still can't do it because you have to do this. It was just a never-ending nightmare. So we just went to PA.
Well, Pennsylvania is really great. Sometimes there is not a rivalry between New Jersey and Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, but the feel of who's got a better state, food-wise, fun-wise, amusement park-wise, farms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jersey tomato, Pennsylvania tomato, corn. Because on my drive on the way out here, that's all I saw was corn until I got to Hellertown.
How many fields? There's fields. How many fields of corn over here? 3. Big. They're enormous of corn. When they cut the corn, the allergies are bad. You have no idea the allergies.
Is that right?
Well, yeah, because they're cutting the corn, and the chemicals that are on them, it just makes allergies like crazy.
I never would have thought the whole allergy thing would come into play, especially coming from a 12-year-old kid saying, hey, watch out for the allergies. But I guess that would be something. I think of the fields of corn. I think of Malachi and Children of the Corn and somebody getting their head cut off.
Right. Because let's say you're under a car, right? It's on jack stands, right? You just got done cutting the corn. There's something under the car, I don't know. Let's say a steering rack, right? All full of grease. You start saying, achoo! Now your whole forehead's full of grease. Get out of the car, go wipe it. That's the allergies that happens around here.
I have to laugh right off the top, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he actually made an analogy about an allergy, and everything that with the allergy had to deal with a car.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought somebody would say, the allergies really hit you hard when you're underneath the car and the grease is dripping on your head?
It's true.
I guess it is true. Most 12-year-old kids would have said, oh, you just eat the corn, I'm going to school. But he knows cars. He knows cars so well that this is what he does and this is what he presents to everybody on the internet, which is so engaging because it does make you wonder. The whole thing about, let's say, a child prodigy. Why does he know so much? And what made you even get into it? You told me when you were 6 years old, that's when you had the affection to be working on cars. So we're in this really, really great shop. The shop belongs to your family. This is where they remodel cars, but he knows everything about the cars at such a young age that he does it himself, which is really kind of, I don't want to use the word strange, but it is a little bit different because most kids your age are playing, softball and football and dodgeball, maybe chasing after girls, I don't know. But your affection and your standout for the car thing is so unbelievable. Mm-hmm. How did it all happen? So take us to 6 years old. Scream as loud as you can because we are going to have a problem with sound because I'm very, very loud and you're just a 12-year-old.
You're from Jersey. That's how Italians are. They speak loud.
All right, so you do it too, baby.
So I was 6 years old and I'll make up a car. A Honda comes in, right? An SUV. Blasted in the front. It was a deer hit. See, my father...
you got to explain that just a little bit more in detail for some listeners, all right? Because there's people watching going to wonder what the hell you just said. Here in your father's shop, who remodeled cars, not remodeled cars, fixes cars? Mm-hmm. What do you call it? Not a chop shop. That's where you do illegal shit. But when a car gets in a car accident, a fender bender, comes here, father fixes the cars. So now you're saying one got demolished by a deer because the guy hit a deer, comes in, and what made you say, okay, I want to get in that. I want to work on that.
Well, really how it started. There's a wreck, right? It's my father's taking it apart, right? What really made me say I like that was the car coming in wrecked and the car leaving mint. You know what I mean? So I'm like, really? So really, when I started to turn a screw, I was 2 years old. You know, but at 2 years old, you can't exactly pull frames and yank engines out of a car. So what I did, I'm like, it was a Chevy Spark, I think. And I'm like, Pops, can I try to take that screw out? I was like, yeah, sure, here. When I started to unscrew that bolt from there, and as I got older, the more I notched the level up in the garage. I wanted to do more. I wanted to be so independent that I could bring a car in, fix it, and bring it back out. You know what I mean? So that's what really got me into it. Not to mention customizing cars, stuff like that, hot rods. That's what really grabbed me, you know?
So when a car came in here to be remodeled in the original times when your father was doing what he was doing, you had such an affection and a great feeling that you can actually make it look better.
Mm-hmm.
And you had that gratification that you had your hands in on doing it. And then I guess saw the face of the person who owned the car and went, oh my God, thank you so much. Look at my car.
They don't have to go out and get another one. You know what I mean? It's fixed.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it, you know?
I guess I understand that feeling because I could stand on stage in front of thousands of people and I feel fantastic that I made everybody laugh and I'm done. And then I say, okay, boy, that was really, really great. But I'm an adult. You're just a kid, really. And let's see, even if you were 6 years old and you removed the screw, that's what turned you on, huh?
That's what turned me on. Just that one little Phillips head screw holding that taillight in is what got me to this point. Not to mention my pops and my family, but I'm saying to get to this point about cars and how I love them, just to buy that one screw.
All right. And then it's not really just, let's say, cars per se. Because in this garage, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking, there's antiques in every single corner of this garage. Antique tools, antique cars, antique soda machines, refrigerators, which I, and everybody knows, a toolbox.
Right.
I love so much. Hold on a minute. We're getting notes from his mother and father. What? The phone didn't ring? It did ring? We don't care if the phone rings. If you got to do business, you got to do business. It's all okay. I hope the phone does ring because he has a rotary phone. Oh, the note was that there's a rotary phone. Yeah, we're live, so let's just go along with what we're doing, okay? Talk as loud as you can, buddy. Yeah. Your parents are going to make me jump off a building. They keep on putting up these signs. Right. I feel like I'm on the Tonight Show, and it says applause, applause, applause. All right? Scream as loud as you can. Scream so loud that your parents go in the other room. Right. And they'll answer the rotary phone. He does have a rotary phone, which I have an affection for, and I want one. These days, I don't know how you could connect a rotary phone to anything because how does it...
They converted it into digital, so for this phone to work, it needs to be converted to digital. So it's either you can dial and not pick up, or you could pick up the phone and not dial. It's either one or the other. If we convert it to digital, that'll make it dial and pick up, you know? But right now, it's just pick up.
How do you even know this? Like, how would anybody know? I want a rotary phone in my house. I really do. But like as a goof, because nobody calls me on my landline anymore. I'm probably the only guy who has a landline. Right. Before you were born, it wasn't even called a landline. It was called a phone. People called you.
Right.
Now you have to have a landline. But to have a rotary phone is almost impossible. So how did you do it? Where did you get it?
This is going to make you laugh.
Please make me laugh.
We were at Carlisle Car Show, right? Swap meet / car show, right? And we're walking along the road, whatever you want to call it. And I see something on the side. I'm like, that's a rotary phone. I'm like, Pops, that guy's selling rotary phone. He's selling one. Let's go get it. We go look at it. We're like, that's really cool. That's from the 50s. Because the newer ones, the rotary itself is clear plastic. Those are the newer, like, 70s, 80s ones. This one's metal.
He just said the new ones are 70s. The newer ones are 70s. Are people paying attention? He's 12. He said the newer ones are 70s. Mm-hmm. I want a rotary phone. I don't know where I'm going to get it. He's going to have to come over my house and install it. But go ahead.
So we see it and we're like, that is awesome. That is insane. So we get it. And we're trying to make it work. And we only got it to pick up. We would switch the wire, do something with the wires, and you can dial, which is the best part with the rotary, But you can't pick up. You can only either dial or pick up. It's one or the other. And it's not the phone because we had another one. We have another 50/60s payphone, right? It's in like a case, a red case that says telephone on it. And you open the case and then there's a phone in it. And you pick up the phone. It's not a rotary phone, it's the one you push. So it's got to be like late 50s. Even that one, it's either to pick it up or to dial. So even that one, they converted it to digital or something, and that's why the old ones don't work. Unless you convert the old ones into digital, then you can make it work somehow.
We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor, AT&T. He probably don't even know what the hell I just said. How does he know all of this shit? I mean, come on, man. I don't even know how to figure out my iPhone. It says smartphone. I got a stupid phone. I want to go back. I want the rotary phone. I want a nice, big, fat one. I want it on the wall in the kitchen of my house with one of the extended coil wires.
You can go
so that
down the street with it, Yeah.
When I was a kid, maybe 12, we had the rotary phone in the kitchen. That was it. We only had one phone, and you had a short 1 foot or 2 foot coil thing to put the receiver up to your face. And then I remember one day we got one that was, I don't know, about maybe 25 feet long. And my mother said, your father's making more money now, so we're rich. And you can go in the other room and talk on the phone. Mm-hmm. But that's a time where people were actually getting phones in other rooms. And you thought, man, these people must have big money. They have 2 phones.
Yeah, 2 phones. Or a color set TV.
A color set TV. So you could watch Batman in color. Right. Bat boom. But why is it that you know this stuff? Like I said, most 12-year-old kids wouldn't be interested in any of this stuff at all.
Right.
And there goes the phone right now.
There's the phone. We're just talking about it.
If this is your father's shop and the phone rings with that bell that loud and you were underneath the car, I don't know, changing the oil, what would you do?
I gotta get up now.
I gotta get up now.
Now, get up. We gotta go under the car again after you're done. And then after all, you know who it is? Xfinity. I don't know what the telemarketers are.
Yeah, somebody, a fake phone call.
Yeah.
All right, so you're growing up now. You're starting to work on these cars. And then you start this whole YouTube thing where you're starting to get famous. You're a famous kid. But you're not just any old kid, too, because your affection for cars and things from, let's say, the 50s, 60s. Mm-hmm. I mean, you even have the look.
Oh, yeah, with the slick back hair and the pinky rings, yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad he said it, but that's where I was going because he's not playing a character. He's not making a movie. He really is this, which is odd, different. Let's say different.
Depends how you look at it.
Okay, good. Slap me down, brother. You can knock me out of the ballpark, but I have to ask the questions that people are going to be asking while they're watching. So what made you think I want to be in the 50s era? What made you, what made you grease your hair?
Well, what really helps is the look of it. You have a lot of different looks of the 50s. You have the slick back hair, or you got the jelly roll, the part that comes out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Pompadour?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. You have that style, and then you have slick back style. And I went to the slick back style because you're going to be under a car with the jelly roll, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to get caught on like a cotter pin or something like that and pull your hair out. So you want to go with the slick back hair. But what really makes my hair look good is the Ruzel.
Ooh,
helps.
product placement. Check this kid out. He ain't messing around. Pay the man, Giuseppe. What do we got?
Well, this is Ruzel. I usually mix two of them together. High shine. You gotta have the shine, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm shining right now.
Right.
Look at the shine on my hair, dude. Go ahead.
So I get the high shine and I get the extreme hold because my hair needs to have the hold.
Let me see this. Ruzel.
Open it. Look, turn the lid.
He uses Ruzel. He's not even kidding around. And all right, let's open this. He uses two kinds.
Two kinds. High shine and extreme hold. Smell it.
Yeah, that does smell good.
Smell it.
Look at that.
Isn't it good?
Yeah, but what does this do? Greases you?
Well, here, read it. This one, they sent me a whole bunch. Extreme hold matte pomade.
This is hilarious. They sent it to you?
They sent it to me. Yeah, look.
Wow.
Even the comb. Oh, look, you got a little piece right there. There you go. Okay, I got it.
Tighten me up, baby. Tighten me up.
There we go.
So this is very 50s?
Yeah.
Stuff?
That is the 50s style. This is what really helps my hair get better.
So you put this in your hair, not studio,
Right now.
not, I don't know, studio gel. Studio was the thing when I was in the 80s, but you didn't grease your hair like this. This is 50s. I mean, would you have like an affection for the movie Grease? Do you want to be Danny Terrio? What makes you want to do the whole 50s thing? Look at the comb he uses.
It says Ruzel on it if you turn it to the other side, I think.
He even knows the brand name.
Of course.
Oh, come on, Stephanie, I could walk you. Wait a minute. Hey, Zoo, come on, we got the car, remember?
Yeah,
What song am I thinking? Grease Lightning. It's Grease Lightning. I mean, is that you feel? You like that, huh?
Yeah, you gotta have it.
Okay.
Where I got the idea to get the slick back hair, I have no idea. It was
Maybe your
well,
dad?
I gotta say it.
Your
it
dad
was
got
my
pork
father.
chops.
He always had the slick back hair. I'm like,
Right. All right, but
when I was done showering, my hair was all wet, so I would comb it back, and it would not work. It would just fall right back forward because my hair wasn't trained to do that. And my mom was like, "Will you not comb your hair like that?" I'm like, "No way." And that's where it started. I had to train it, comb it like 5 times a night.
right. Okay, well, he's got the look. He's working it.
Not completely.
Oh,
I
no.
don't have sideburns. I didn't get those yet. I just shaved yesterday.
Come on. Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I have
12-year-old
shaving
kids
cream.
don't shave.
Well, I do.
He got all shaved up for today's interview. Man, I'll tell
Gotta
you.
look good.
Let me tell you something. This is what my father said to me. Don't be in a hurry to shave because when you finally do have to shave, you're going to hate it. And I do hate shaving. It sucks. I guess you're going to have a lot of fun. You probably get more stuff from, I don't know, what's that called? Perusals?
Ruzel.
Ruzels.
Ruzel.
Is they make shaving cream?
Yeah. Yep. They make shaving. That's why I say it's beautiful. You don't have any patches. It's beautiful. You gotta try it.
A 12-year-old kid telling us he don't have any patches.
No patches.
He's got the carousel. How do you say it?
Ruzel with an R.
I actually am very jealous because I'd give anything to have a head of hair and gel the shit out of myself. But I don't know if I would want to still pretend I'm in the 50s. I don't know what I would do, but I wouldn't mind not having a shave either. That would be kind of cool. So I don't have any patches.
Right. You can't have any patches, you know?
All right. Well, now he's also gotten the look. The look, he's got that mechanic shirt on, says Giuseppe. I borrowed his father's shirt today because I wanted to look as cool as these guys, Luciano.
But you know, just because you're wearing that shirt, you work here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you gotta do an oil change on the caddy.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm going to do an oil change. I might be able to sweep up. As far as working here at the shop, why don't you tell us about that big car that looks phenomenal behind us?
Well, that car is actually a special car because it is a limousine. That's a limousine back there. It's the longest. Ooh, sorry, we'll try that again. That car is the longest car for that year. Biggest, longest car. How long is it? 19 feet?
The car is 19 feet. Now, the average person listening talking about cars would have absolutely no idea what that means. But it's a limousine from
1941. It's a 67 series Imperial. It's got the division window that is power, that goes up and down. If you want to be private in the back, with the driver up front. That car is very special for its year and that make and model. You know why?
No.
It doesn't have running boards. Almost every car in 1941 had running boards. And people didn't, not that they didn't like it, they just wanted a different look. And that's why this car doesn't have any. And it's a very special car for that year. They only made 280, something like that. Very, very, very low production.
How does a 12-year-old kid even know that? I mean, come on. Where do you look that up? I mean, yeah, your father teaches you this stuff, and that's really great, but you retained it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your head. I mean, I wouldn't even think there would be anything electrical in the car other than to start the car.
Right.
How is there an electric window going up and down to divide people from the front and back? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. And the reason why we have this car is because my parents in 2004 got it for the wedding. That was their wedding car. And it was almost like it was meant to be because they got it in a museum in Michigan. They got it, he freshened it up, and after the wedding, he pulled into the driveway of the shop, and it shut off right there. That was the last time it ran until last year.
So your mother and father used this as their wedding limo,
Mm-hmm.
and then it died.
After the wedding was all done, he pulled it into the driveway of the shop, and it just shut off right there.
Right. What exactly happened to it?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I have no idea.
All right.
It's a tired engine, low compression, so that's probably what happened.
That's terms that you hear in a garage because the average person would have said, oh, the car's exhausted.
Yeah.
He's going to take a break.
Yeah,
Most people would say
He's on Scotch hour.
It's out of gas. So this is a special car, and what he's talking about with the running boards, I think if you moved your body just a little bit, you could show
See it?
that they're
Yeah.
not there, which meant, I don't know, people can get in a lot easier than if they had running boards, or the running board was like a step
It
stool.
was like a step stool, basically, and this car doesn't have it, and people really like that,
This car, to most people, looks like something out of The Godfather. In fact, this car looks like the same car that had the iconic scene where he said, leave the gun, take the cannolis. That's what this looks like.
Right, yeah.
But you're actually telling me, and you told me before, that a piece of that car or a similar car in The Godfather is here.
A 41 Cadillac.
Tell everybody.
See that grill up there? Let me try to point it. I can't find it with my finger.
It's back there, a grill.
Right.
It's the face and front of the car. Go ahead.
There. See it?
Yeah.
Not that one on the left.
Right under the window.
That grill was on that car in The Godfather. The 41 Cadillac grill. That's the grill for it.
It's unbelievable.
The guy name is Sonny. He has 2 cars from The Godfather. Remember the car that spun around on the bridge?
Yes.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that's a Cadillac. It's not. It's a Buick limousine. Sonny got that car in the 50s or 60s for $25. He said it was the best $25 he ever spent in his life. And he also has another Cadillac from The Godfather. 2 cars from The Godfather.
What's the other one?
Cadillac. 41 Cadillac.
And where was it in The Godfather? Just some other scene? You can get coaching from your
some
father.
other scene.
Yeah, when Al Pacino was walking with Kay after he came back from Italy, there was a Cadillac following him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That car.
Yeah,
That remember it was following them?
Yes.
Around? Yeah, that car.
Unbelievable.
There's actually a very good story that guy has.
Let us have it.
He has what year Oldsmobile?
55.
55.
He has a 55 Oldsmobile. In 1955, he wanted a Cadillac, and they
When he
didn't.
came back from the service.
He came back from the service, and he always wanted that beautiful Cadillac emblem, right? Well, they couldn't get any, so he had to get something. So right below Cadillac is Oldsmobile. So we got a 55 Olds, and he wasn't really crazy about it. How many miles does the car have?
1,400, 1,000?
14,000 miles, and he still has it today.
Wow.
From 1955. The car is better than new.
14,000 miles. It's like an unused car. But what does he do with it?
It's just parked in the corner. Starts it up every once in a while.
Put it in car shows or something?
Nope. It's just in his garage.
These are two iconic cars in the movie The Godfather. There's a scene where they're going over, I would say it's like the Pulaski Skyway in New Jersey, and Michael says to the driver or to the bad guy, we're going to Jersey, and he gives him that look, and then all of a sudden the driver makes a complete U-turn, and he gets the hell out of there, and they head back to, I think, Brooklyn or something like that. That's where Michael eventually shoots the two guys. And then the other one is when Michael comes home from Italy and he hasn't seen his ex-girlfriend Kay in a really long time, and he says to her he wants to marry her and let's get back together, and the car is following them as they're talking. It's a really, really great scene too.
That Buick on that bridge.
Yeah.
Do you know who was driving that?
No.
Sonny. The owner of the car.
The owner of the car.
He spun that car around.
They really did do that, huh? Well, in Hollywood, they would have faked it, but I think they were really on the Pulaski Skyway. I don't know what bridge they were on, and then he makes that quick U, and he goes, good job, good job.
Yeah. Yep.
Holy crap, look at the history lesson you're getting from a 12-year-old. Why does he find that funny?
I don't know.
Do you have affection for the movie Grease? Do you like John Travolta?
Yeah, I do. You
Know anything about the history of the cars in that movie? Huh?
You know who built the car on Grease?
No.
Who built the car on Grease?
Huh?
Barris.
Ferris, really?
Yeah, you know the car with the red car with the lights that are sticking out?
It's the father.
Grease?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
That car
And
was
where else were those? There was 3 cars on there. You could tell them about the 3 cars. It's a 49 Mercury convertible. It was a 3-wheeler police picketing.
I think we might have to get the father to come on this show right now.
Yeah.
But this is all about this young kid.
Convertible Ford. What other movie were those cars in?
Do you know what other movies?
Well, start over.
Okay.
Tell them about it.
The cars that were in Grease, right? There was a 49 Mercury.
Which one was the 49 Mercury?
What's his name? The character. Dude,
I never saw the movie, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The bad guy.
Kanicki.
Yeah.
Kanicki's car was a 49 Merc.
Okay, Kanicki's car was a 49 Mercury.
That was a 48 convertible.
And then there was a 48 Ford convertible.
All beat up.
Yeah.
And a 3-wheeler. Tell them about, like a little police truck or something or another.
And there was a 3-wheeler police truck or something or another. Something like that. Those cars were in 2 movies. Obviously, Grease. Do you know what other ones they were in?
No.
Used cars. They're in the background, just abandoned there.
It's kind of a wonder. You wonder
Nobody knows about that. If you watch the movie, you can see them.
Yeah.
You can see those cars.
Oh, no kid.
That were in Grease.
What a fun movie. What a fun way to find out all about these cars and his affection for this stuff. And like I said, there's so many different antiques in this garage. So let's see if we can't talk about some of them that are actually on this table. I found this to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. A bent wrench. Look at that. I hate to say this in front of a young kid, but looks like a penis. And the guy says, you know what? I'm not feeling it tonight. Come on, man. Look at him. He's turning red. Tell us about this erectile dysfunction.
It's an old wrench. I think this. Let me see. Is this the one that says Ford on it? No. But we do have a wrench that looks like this that says Ford. But this one.
Wait a minute. Tell us why this is bent like that. We don't really get to see a wrench like that.
No.
Why is it twisted? Looks like a snake.
It's made like that. It's just for more handling.
Go around
get in
something?
tight areas, you know.
Yeah. So you don't bash the
just
shit out of your knuckles.
But if you look at this one, what do you think this is?
This is what you do when you're really mad at somebody and they're not looking. You crack them in the skull.
Right.
Yes, this is called a monkey wrench. And you turn them into a monkey. No, what is this?
This says Ford USA.
Right.
These tools were used in Ford for Model Ts.
No shit.
in, the bicycle looking things.
This wrench is so old, but for some reason or other, you could probably still use it, and it still goes up and down. You could put it around some pipe or something like that. Or, like I said, if you need a
Somebody
walking
is
tool,
annoying, just teach them a little lesson.
just say, hey, listen, you got a screw loose, let me tighten it.
Yeah, but it's something else that we still have these old tools.
I think it's great you got the car. I think it's great you got the grill. I think it's great you know the history about all of this stuff. Now, how in the hell did you get a gas pump? Because I could see that Texaco sign behind me, and I would love to have that in my house. That's real, isn't it?
That's a real one. We got that Hershey, the swap meet. See it?
Yep.
Right back there.
At a swap meet?
Swap meet.
How much was it? I mean, does it work?
I don't remember the price. I have no idea. It was a long time ago, but it works. It's lit up right now if you look.
Yeah.
But
I love neon. Everybody loves neon. But this is one of those gas pumps that you would see on a TV series called The Andy Griffith Show. And they called it the filling station, not the gas station. It was the filling station, and down there you met Goober and Gomer. It's classic. Go ahead, you were going to say something?
You know what they don't do in gas stations anymore?
What? Well, wash your windshield, change your oil. What?
Wash the windshield. They usually check the oil. All right. We know a guy that had. Do you know what a squareback is?
No.
It's a Volkswagen, right? It's like a station wagon looking thing. And he pulled into the gas station, and the guy over there that wipes the windshield and all that kind of stuff and checks the oil. Like, well, we're gonna check the oil. You want me to check the oil? He's like, yeah, go ahead. He opens the hood. It's not in there. It's the trunk. Closes the hood. He opens the trunk. Not in there either. Closes. He's like, you're good. Do you know where the engine is on that car?
No, where?
You open the trunk, and you open the cover, and the engine's there. So basically, it's inside the car. So in the station wagon part in the back, there's another cover. You open that, and that's where the engine is.
Right.
You didn't know. You didn't know where the engine was.
I believe the state of New Jersey is the last state that they pump the gas for you. You don't get out of your car. In fact, if you get out of your car, you're probably going to get screamed at. I think there's one other state. It was like Oregon or Portland, Oregon, in that area. But in New Jersey, they pump the gas for you. However, they don't do the service like they did a long time ago, where they would wash your windshield, dress identically to everybody else, like the way he's dressed, and then check your oil. Here's a trivia. I remember when I was a kid, my father would say, you can't check the oil if your engine was running. You have to check the oil when the engine's not running and hasn't been running for quite some time because the oil settles. Is that true?
Well, if you check the oil while the car is running, the oil's splashing around.
Right. Well, I didn't mean when it was running. I mean when it's been running, and then you stop it. You got to wait for it to settle, right?
As long as it's off, you can still check the oil.
Right.
As long as the engine's off. But if it's on, everything's splashing around.
What do you think about, let's say, a Jiffy Lube? Yeah. It seems like they're just a ripoff. Like everybody, like I have a car, and they say every 6 months you got to come in there to change your oil, and it could cost you God knows how much money. Mm-hmm. And by the time you're getting the estimate, before you know it, they want $1,000 to rotate your tires and to change your brakes. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
It's just labor. Doesn't mean you have to get all your life savings and go spend it on a couple of brake pads or rotors or something like that. It's just a little bit of labor, a couple of hours. When you hear like 10 grand to do brakes.
So basically they're robbing you.
Basically, yeah. Either he fell down the stairs that morning or something.
Well, I brought some items that I was happy to have since I'm a kid. And Giuseppe said that maybe he can help me out and change the look of these particular things. So we're going to put them up on this table, and I'm going to show you. And I hopefully, when I come back here, and I don't know how long it's going to take, it's going to look a lot different. So here we go. This is the Tonka truck. Used to be a really great TV commercial back in the day. The Mighty Tonka, they called it. And this is the dump truck. There was a lot of different trucks. And they're heavy, It's made of real metal. You
Real
could really
steel.
hurt yourself. Steel. Oh, it's steel, huh? Big
Metal.
difference. So as you can see, this one's all rusted out. And Giuseppe, tell me what you think you can do.
I'll make it good as new. I'll give you an offer you can't refuse.
This kid is so confident that he doesn't have a lot of words. He just says, you know what? Just leave it here. I know exactly what you want. Come on, man. How you going to do it?
Well, disassemble it, of course. And I usually start with sandblasting the whole thing. And then I hit it with some sand scratches just so that the primer can really bite into it. I hit it with this real thick primer. Real thick. Put it in, any kind of small dents, not big, otherwise you're going to have to put filler. That good stuff, the thick primer, you hit it with that, sand the primer, straight board it is usually what I do, dry, primer it again, wet sand it, and then paint it. That will make it look like glass. Glass ain't even the word. You'll like it.
The average kid would spray paint this thing with a $5 can of yellow spray paint. I would spray paint it myself. But Giuseppe here is going to make sure that this thing actually is ripped apart to almost bare nothing. Tell everybody how you're going to take off the Tonka sign and the
What, the
mighty
sticker?
Tonka sign. See, he's called it a sticker. I didn't know it was a sticker. I think that's painted on there.
Nah, it's a sticker. You can see the outline. See, right here. You can see.
I think he just called me a dummy.
No.
Nah, you can see it. Look at this, how cool that is, right?
Yeah, it's going to look nice.
You know what this means? We're going to have a follow-up podcast, and I'm going to take this thing and show everybody what it's going to look like when it's all shined up. Now, not only is he going to remodel this whole thing, I assume you have to pull the whole thing apart.
Well, before I pull it apart, I would like to have the stickers in my hand because I don't want to. Because if I can't get the stickers, it's not going to be the same.
Where would you get them?
I don't know. Computer, something like that.
Make it
Online.
yourself, or you can actually Google where you can buy.
You could make it yourself.
Stickers.
You could do that. We have a special printer that can size the sticker itself. Can size it.
I love when he gives you these answers. We got a computer. We could just size it. We'll get it on there. You don't got to worry.
You
In
got
fact, we're gonna make sure it runs too. It's gonna have an engine.
it. Yeah.
It's not gonna. All I ever wanted was this thing to be a potting plant and put some flowers in it. But now I think I'm gonna have it remodeled to the T. And not only that, and he's gonna have the stickers. He picked out the color. Is this what we're going with?
I'm not a fan of the color itself because they're not right. It's not exact. But you know what I do? I'll go to a paint chip.
Wait a minute.
pearl.
He just said, I'm not a fan of the color. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's like in their 70s. I'm not a fan of the color. In World War II, we didn't do that type of shit. We had the real color.
Right.
He's 12. He should be playing dodgeball. He's dressing like a greaser, and he's going to redo my Tonka truck. All right. Why are you not a fan of the color? I thought it was good.
It's not exact. It's just, if it's going to be right, it's got to be right.
All right, so you're actually going to take the time to find the right color?
Yeah, we have another paint chip section of Honda's colors and stuff like that. Whatever's going to match it up the best is what needs to be done. These are too cream. That's too yellow. It's just...
That looks pretty good.
It's not exact, though. If I can find one that's better, it's only going to be better.
I didn't even know they had swatches for colors for cars. I thought this was for your house, your bedroom.
Nah.
There's another one over here. Look at this. He's really going to go out of his way to make
Well,
this.
this one, these paint chips aren't going to be good because there's metallics and stuff like that. It's not going to be exact. Unless if you go here. This is a pearl. You don't want pearl.
Let's show that.
If you can you see the pearl? That's not going to work. No pearl. This has to be a complete straight yellow.
I have a funny feeling I'm going to be the only guy at my age with a Tonka truck that's worth millions of dollars because he remodeled the whole thing. It's probably going to have like a race car engine in it. I'm going to drive it down the street. Run over an old lady. What hit me? A Tonka.
Tonka.
All right. Well, not only do we have this dump truck.
We also got a crane truck here.
You think you could get it? I have another one, and this is pretty intact, but it needs some tender loving care. This is the crane. We're assuming this is 1968, something around that time. Look at the detail on a toy.
Caution air brakes.
Look at that. Where are you going to get the caution thing?
Make it.
Yeah, on the computer. All right, look at this, folks, because this is going to be remodeled, and we're going to show everybody what it looks like. This crane actually works. It dumps dirt into the dump truck by scooping it up and playing in the yard when you were a kid. And now it's going to be remodeled from soup to nuts. Now, I don't know how he's going to pull apart all those mechanisms, but I'm hoping that you're going to.
Yeah. Of course.
Go ahead, tell
We're
him.
going to restore it. We're going to do it right. Right?
How long would this actually take?
If I have everything I need and all I'm focused on, 4 days each one.
4 days.
I don't know. So if I'm straight on it all day.
There's a Tonka sticker on it right here. Look at this.
Yeah. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool, super great, super excited. Can't wait to see what this is going to look like. I'm putting this in the hands of a 12-year-old who knows more about this than I could ever imagine. There's only one thing I would have done with this. I'd have taped up all the black pieces and sprayed it with a can of yellow spray paint. And if I screwed it up, I would just get another can of blue and change the color. Look at all the windows he's got to go around. All right, well, hey, I can't wait to leave this with you and hope that that's going to come out super fantastic. There's some other stuff here that I'm not going to remodel, but I've been having some fun with, and so we're going to ask Giuseppe right here on the podcast if he would like to be one of the voices of one of his favorite shows that I do called The Adventures of G.I. Giovanni. G.I. Giovanni, his brother, G.I. Joey, his friend, downtown Ronnie from Brooklyn, and of course, G.I. Giovanni's girlfriend, who we know in Italian is called the Kumara, Barbie doll. Here is G.I. Giovanni. And the reason why I'm showing him is because I am going to convince him to put a voice in a doll.
You can tell he's from Jersey. It's like, hey, I don't. With the cigarette.
All right. So you already came up with a voice. But what if the character thinks he's in the 1950s when these dolls are supposed to be in the 60s? We're going to have to grease up one of his hairs.
Shine it up.
We're going to buff his head. Can you shine up his head?
I'll make it work. I'll do
Yeah.
it.
All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do his hair right now? Grab some of that gel.
Yeah, here.
For real. See if we can shine him up. What's that gel called again?
I got the wrong one here. This is extreme hold. I'm going to need high shine.
Ooh, we're going to get specific.
High shine. He's going to smell fantastic. She's going to be all over him.
Oof. We didn't even pull her out yet. So we're going to get a character going. We're going to call him G.I. Giuseppe. And we'll have your voice inside G.I. Giuseppe. And then, of course, we'll have G.I. Giuseppe go out on a date with Barbie doll's sister. Not Barbie doll's sister. Do you know Barbie doll's sister's name?
Francesca, I don't know.
Skipper.
Oh, Skipper.
Yeah, Skipper. Skipper. All right, here comes the gel.
All right, we got high shine. This one, you're going to like that one. It's already used.
Wow, this really does smell good.
That's the good one.
Yeah, this smells like you want to eat
right.
it.
Let's shine them up.
Oof. All right. I had no idea today I'd be doing this podcast, and I had no idea my G.I. Joe doll would be getting a hair shine. Go ahead, buff him. Not too much. That's too much.
Just enough.
Just a little. That's too much. We're gonna go shine them up.
It's gonna be shined up good. All right.
Go ahead, buff them. Hold it up to the camera. Hold it up to the
You
camera.
gotta do like this. Oh yeah. He likes this.
Hold them up to the camera. Yeah, holy
you gotta
shit.
slick it
Look at
back.
this. He's put it up to the camera.
Check it out. He's
Look at
shined
that.
up.
Holy crap.
Look how
G.I.
happy he looks.
Giovanni is now a slick back, stylish, badass from the 1950s. We're going to have to get him a Barracuda or whatever you called it.
No, that's
All
not
right,
the
boom.
Cadillac.
We're gonna put him in the Cadillac. Well, he's looking really good. He smells really good. We'll show everybody that. We're gonna also have Barbie doll. She's looking a little wrecked right now. She was in a gun battle. But welcome to the adventures of G.I. Giovanni with the new character, G.I. Giuseppe. What is this? That's what she said. Oh, his father's writing jokes. Well, listen, tell us where everybody could find you on the internet and look at your stuff as
It's called
Giuseppe's Garage.
Giuseppe's Garage. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. I think I got all of it. Twitter.
He's on all the social media sites. He's a major sensation. Everybody's watching what this kid is doing. He's probably going to have a hit TV series very, very soon. And before you know it, he's going to be doing movies. And, if they plan everything accordingly, this shop is going to be all over television. These cars are going to be all over television. They're going to be making really, really big money. And I'm going to be calling him saying, please, I need your voice for the G.I. Giovanni series. Why won't you show up? Because he's too big. If you're 12 years old and you're doing this great stuff and you're looking really cool, you're badass with your gel that
Like
smells so delicious, how many girlfriends do you have?
I think
You're
8.
homeschooled.
8. I think I got
8 girlfriends. And he calls them on their rotary phone. If you have little girlfriends liking you and thinking, hey, look at G.I. I'm already calling him G.I. Giuseppe. Look at Giuseppe from Giuseppe's Garage. Obviously, he can't take him out for a ride in the car. Unless it's like a Flintstones car and he's just pushing it. What is the future for you, buddy? What are you looking to do?
Well, what my goal is to have a garage by doing old cars, lead sleds, hot rods, even customer cars, getting them running, I got a guy right now. He has a 67, I think, or 66, something like that, 6 or 7 Corvette. 427, and he wants to get it running and driving this way. Him and his pops can just go for a spin. So that's going to be coming here soon. I'm going to be getting that running. Just old cars is what I want to be doing. I'll get your Mustang back. Find hubcaps, go take them off.
I showed him the Mustang that I had when I was a kid. My first car when I was 16 years old was a 1967 Ford Mustang. It was forest green. I did all the work on it myself because at that time, nobody did anything for your kids. Your father said, good luck, go get yourself a car. I'll see you later. And that was that. I taught myself how to drive the car. Be right back. You're supposed to be in the car with me, Dad, and I can't. You go ahead. You'll be all right. Hit the brakes when you see a sign. So it's just a wonder that someone at 12 years old aspires to do all of this wonderful stuff. And does any adult come in here with a car, like you said, like the Corvette, and say, oh, wait a minute, you're going to work on my car? You're just a kid.
No.
No, because they know.
They know, about Giuseppe's Garage, stuff like that,
Right. Do you charge extra because you're Giuseppe? Giuseppe's Garage? You want me to do your car?
If
I'm
they're
really
nice,
busy.
I'll give them a break.
Yeah.
But if they're like, do it, here you go. No. I'm going to give them an offer they can't refuse.
I love the way this kid talks. He actually just said in front of that car, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. I'll be lucky if I make it out of this episode and I walk out of this garage without a bullet in the back of my head. Either that or I'm going to get hit with some kind of wrench that they only use on Ford Model T cars.
Yeah. This one.
You know, what happened to Mike Marino? He got whacked by a twisted old school wrench. That's all right. They gave him some hair gel. How'd you cure that? He gave me some hair gel. He doesn't look so good. Yeah, but he smells wonderful. Now, I guess you really don't smoke cigars, huh?
You do, though.
I do. Yeah, sure. I appreciate you giving me this cigar. Hey, you hold on to that because we'll say goodbye like mobsters. Oh, that smells great.
Yeah, I'll make them smell better with the
Nah,
gel.
don't put no gel on my don't put no gel on my cigar.
Nah, you don't want that.
I think your mom is trying to tell us we should promote the cigar or no? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what is
These
this
are
cigar?
Kiki Momo.
Oh, these are the Kiki Momo
This one,
cigars.
here, I'll even take it out of the bag.
I'm gonna take mine out of the bag. He's gonna light his up now. I'm gonna take mine.
That's what she said. I knew you'd like that.
I'd like to thank my head writer. Ooh, this smells fantastic. This is going to be good for later on. This is the Kiki Momo cigar. So,
This one's a rectangle. It's not even round.
yeah, this is kind of square looking too. Boom. How often do you smoke a cigar?
4 or 5 a day. It's true.
I could just picture him coming out from underneath one of the cars, going like this, cleaning his hands.
With like this much ash hanging off the end.
Yeah, with some ash. And some older person comes in and says, yeah, excuse me, little man, where is the guy remodeling my car? And he comes out and he goes like this. I'm the one remodeling your car. You're not supposed to be in
So
here.
you gotta put it in the cheek. Look, in here.
Now he's going to tell me how to smoke a cigar.
Just to talk, it'll be bouncing around.
I can't do that.
Try. You know. No teeth holding it. Just put it in the cheek.
Okay, good.
You can't talk like that. Put it in the cheek. In the cheek. Look, open it. Yeah, and just talk like that.
Oh, you do it too.
No, this is his. No.
Oh, you can't gum your father don't want you to slobber on the cigar because you
No.
waste it? All right, wait.
No, I usually have tobacco.
You're lucky this show ain't live, kid. All right. This is my impersonation of Giuseppe when the car guy comes to get his car. We had a problem with your car. You found the wrong grill. Gonna cost you an extra 10 grand.
It was an expensive grill.
Yeah. It was we used the grill on the grill because I was hungry. I made myself a hamburger. What'd you use the grill from? The Godfather car. We made hot dogs.
They were good.
We made hot dogs. Say your father's line. We made hot dogs
That's what she said.
on the grill.
That's what she said.
We gotta
What do you
go.
think? That's what she said.
That gel is a little slippery.
That's what she said.
I can't breathe. All right, we got to get going. Ladies and gentlemen, I want so badly to thank my guest, Giuseppe, for allowing me to come to this garage that is absolutely doing big things all over the internet. We met on the internet, and then we met in person at the Paisan Con, which is held about maybe a month ago in a really cool place in New Jersey. We had a lot of fun. And I asked him, hey, man, would you come down and do my podcast? And he said, yeah, why don't you come to the shop? Came to the shop today just to see what this looks like. And we unsuspectedly decided just to do the podcast right here, right now, in front of some of this great, great stuff. Folks at home, he has 2 amazing parents. And this kid is growing up the right way. He has an affection for some amazing stuff.
Like cigars.
Like cigars, like most 12-year-olds. That's what she said. He has an affection for hair gel. that no one's ever heard
The
of.
good one, the Ruzel.
The good ones, the Ruzels.
He likes it.
And he has an affection for dressing like a mechanic because he is. Tell everybody where they can find you again, all over the internet, so that they can follow you and stay in touch with you, especially when we start doing your voice in the Giovanni series.
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter, and TikTok, called Giuseppe's Garage.
Right. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching another episode of Live from My Mother's Basement. Big shout out to my producer, Tatiana Blue Shell, for always making sure that we have great guests. We do a great podcast, and everybody gets to see the show every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Jersey time on my YouTube channel, which is Mike Marino Live on YouTube. You could also watch and listen to us on Spotify. Just go on your favorite podcast app and find us and watch the show. You could also listen to us on Italian American radio in New York City. Remember, let's make America Italian again. The motto is, you don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, and you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my podcasts? By saying the same thing with my guest.
You know what that is?
What?
That's what she said.
Oh, he changed my tag. Now I got to change all the shirts. No, this is what it is. You ready? Don't take no shit from nobody. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Don't take no shit from. No, you say it with me.
Oh.
You can do it, nice and loud. Boom.
Okay.
Don't take no
from
shit.
nobody.
No, don't take no shit from nobody. This is the unscripted. Now he's laughing
Okay.
like a kid.
All right.
Ready?
Don't take no shit from
You got to wait for me.
I know, but how's it go?
Don't take no shit from nobody.
Okay.
Ready? Don't take no shit from
nobody.
nobody. Why you gotta say it so fast? Say it nice and slow.
I'm not taking shit from nobody.
Yeah, he ain't taking no shit from me, that's for sure. This is a real shit show.
That's what she said.
We still got to get the tag.
All right.
Don't take no shit from. Say it with me. Don't.
I can't
Ready?
look at you with this.
Now he can't stop laughing.
All right. Don't take no. No, he's not saying it.
His father's ruining the whole thing.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Don't take no shit from nobody. Hey folks, thanks for watching Live from My Mother's Basement. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you did, hit the word like and leave me a really cool comment. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the future episodes, and you can watch some of the funniest videos on the internet. You can also listen to the show on Spotify or your favorite podcast app.